Hello class and Dr. Noakes. I was trying to think of a really great intro and hook to this video so I can get a ton of hits on my teaching YouTube channel. It needs as much help as it can get, but I couldn't think of anything. So we'll just dive right into this great book review on Teaching Geography by Phil Gersmehl. Let's start with the summary. I divided Gersmehl's book into 4 main sections. The first one is where he talks about theories of teaching geography. One of the main emphases he has is that geography is more than remembering a basic set of facts or a list of place names or data. It's using critical thinking skills to analyze that data and apply it and create new things based on the data. The second thing he does is talk about geography as a discipline and specific theories that geographers use. Next, he has an excellent little chapter on test creation that he follows up with geography for teachers, how to fit geography into the curriculum if it's not already in your school. And scattered throughout are a lot of random and semi-helpful appendices that I'll go into more detail later. Scattered throughout the whole book is the idea of the scissors method to teach skills and theories that are a little bit abstract. That's one half of the scissors, with concrete examples from places and people and data. So he thinks that using those in conjunction, like the 2 blades of scissors, can help you precisely teach exactly what you want to about geography. Gersmehl's book has a lot of strengths that we can use in our geography teaching in the future. One thing that I like about the book is that he uses his voice to carry out his point that geography is more than memorizing facts and places and recalling data and information. He has a very informal voice. He has like transparent thinking in the writing in the book, which gives you the feel that geography is more than just a stiff, archaic discipline, but it's something that's alive and growing and exciting, and that's definitely one of the strengths of the book and something that makes us excited as people who want to teach geography. Another great strength of the book is that Gersmehl emphasizes that learning geography is more than just the basic levels of Bloom's and Webb's DOK. He specifically says that geography is commonly thought of as being memorizing states and capitals and data and statistics, but the book is rife with examples on how students use higher order thinking when it comes to geography. So, like some things he uses is that students are actively involved in creating geographic knowledge or having a good epistemic stance, that they are involved in evaluating knowledge and know how knowledge is made and know that they can take a part in it. So one cool example that he gives is that elementary school students made a scale model of their school inside their classroom by using a unit of a first grader's arm span. And so they measured the hallway in first graders and then converted those first grader units to paperclip units and made a scale model of their school. And they were just first graders. Sorry, my son was feeling left out of the video making process. The last strength that I think is the biggest strength of the book is the multitude of specifics that Gersmehl outlines in teaching geography. He gives everything from incredibly detailed and useful learning objectives for a geography unit to specific examples of how elementary school students, middle school students, and high school students can apply different kinds of spatial thinking. He also includes a CD with ideas and maps and content for the lessons that he gives in the book. So it's like a book full of gifts for teachers, which is invaluable. Even though it has a lot of great things about it, my chief complaint about Gersmehl's book is the organization. So Like I said in the strengths, there are a ton of specifics that he gives that are incredibly useful in a geography classroom. However, I feel like those ideas are kind of hard to access in the text because the organization is just kind of confusing to me. Along with the scissors model, he tries to teach these ideas in conjunction with these specifics and facts, but that just makes it hard if you're quickly looking through the book to know where to find the good stuff, if that makes sense. So what I would suggest for using this book is to read through it once and come up with your own kind of marking system, like color coding, classroom start activities, or unit test ideas, and coming up with some kind of organization on your own so you can access those ideas. There are several ideas from the book that I want to share with you guys because I think they're useful to us as future teachers. The first one has to deal with the kind of inquiry and experiential learning and activities that we've been talking about lately in class. Gersmehl gives an example of what was called the Fall Apple Fest in an elementary school, how they had everything planned out perfectly, that they were going to watch a video about Johnny Appleseed and make apple hats and learn about making applesauce and plan an apple fest for parents to come to at the school. And everything seemed like it was great except at the end what had kids really learned that had contributed to lasting learning about geography. And after that, he goes into a detailed description of how to get good objectives and how to make sure our activities match up with our objectives. I will actually post those objectives because I think they're so good with my link with this video, and I hope they're as useful to you as they were to me. I'm going to take you through an activity based on something I found in the book. The idea was that students could create a map based on the sourcing areas of the contents of their backpack. I thought that was a really cool idea. So here is a graphic organizer or like worksheet that I made that could go along with that activity. So the idea is they list the item that they find, either their backpack or something inside, the brand, and then use the internet to find out where it was manufactured or the sourcing places for some of the other materials that went into it. So they list then the countries or regions that contributed to it for as many items as they can come up with. Then after, they create on a map the areas that contributed to the stuff in their backpacks. So I just asked them to place a colored dot on the world map for each of their locations. Then a couple of questions to get them thinking at the end, like how many locations total contributed to the contents of their backpack, the continent where most of the materials came from. Then also I asked them what surprised them most about this activity. And another question about the total countries that contributed. So I think that's a great geography activity that can help students understand globalization and something cool about the stuff that they use. Since I'm supposed to use an image in this video that provokes a strong emotional response, there's nothing better than a baby to do that, huh? Do you like being on film? Thanks for watching our video!